Three things. Three things. Good video. Isham's third installment. I liked it. It was entertaining. Great job with the video editing in the very beginning. I thought that was awesome. Uh, I thought that it was well put together and it was well thought out, and you had your points that you made. I also appreciated the fact that you didn't use any name calling. That meant a lot to me. But because I am friends with Guido, I went and checked out Jay's thing. This is where number two comes in. Dude, somebody does a video like this that you do not like, the last thing you want to do is name calling. There are rules to a debate. And if you want to debate something instead of troll somebody, name calling not one of those things. Uh, you went through the meat cleaver, replace it with the toilet paper thing, and you did a 50-minute troll, dude. That's what you did. You even were saying that you're trying to prove a point. You'd have to wait until your next video. I'll watch your next video. You were tired, so I will excuse it as far as debate goes. But it provided absolutely nothing for the defense of the whole suicidal thing that you may or may not have been trying to prove. Maybe you were trying to do a 50-minute troll. I don't know. But it seemed like you wanted to make a point, but you were too tired. So, yeah, I think you should have waited. You took your aggravation out and you timed it poorly, which made you look bad. Just saying. I got nothing against you, but I'm telling you how that came out. I wish the lighting in this room was better. Anyways, third thing, Big Irish and I, we agreed to disagree to a point. Some of the things he sees my point on, and I got nothing but respect for Big Irish. But if there's any video responses or anything like that's going to contribute something, then I'm more than willing to hear it. If you've got a funny troll, I'm willing to hear it. But please, if someone's trying to do a debate, which Child's Play Ninja was doing it to be entertaining, and he proved a point, and he went through everything, and he provided evidence. Jay, you took his video, chopped it to pieces, threw in name calling, and made responses to it, which would have been fine if you weren't doing the name calling thing. That bugged me a little bit. However, like I said, you're probably tired. I'll wait and hear your next video response. I already know your Mr. Dingle one's a troll. That's obvious. I really fucking hate that term. The term troll. I don't know who coined it. I don't know where it started, but it started with the damn meme shit too. Shit needs to go away. It fucking irritates me. Anyways, I honestly think that the video is well done. I think that both of you guys need to have a good debate on G Plus because simply for my entertainment. I don't do the whole we agree to disagree thing in G Plus or whatever. I want it to be outright fucking entertaining. I not for any moral purpose, not for so everyone can get along, simply for my own personal enjoyment. Throw two people together and hand them daggers, and that's fun to me. I don't know about you guys, but violence entertains me because we're primal human beings in a world where there's law and order and things like that. That's why the purge would be a perfect fucking idea, and that would be also very entertaining to be a part of and to witness. Either way, I'm going off topic here, but I'm trying to tell you guys that yeah, name calling for a debate, not a smart move, and I stated this in some of my previous videos from like 8 months ago. Yeah, right around the time that Twisted video was posted. Yep. Ah. Anyways, now I'm venting because I'm also tired and ran a bunch of errands today. So this may not be as clear as I want it to be, but I'm willing to take video responses and comments to tell me what I should have done differently or whatever. But I did want to put in my 2 cents, and what I said had meaning. If you're going to debate, don't do the name calling thing. And in the first 15 seconds, dude, within the first 15 seconds, you went in your thing, your description and the title of your video was name calling. But I took a look at it to see if you were trolling or trying to prove a fact, and it looked like you tried to prove a fact, but instead reverted to name calling, which means you've automatically lost, which means you've lost credibility in this argument. So you're not up for arguing CPN. Now, I'm not riding CPN's nuts by any means. I'm simply stating facts. If you were going up against the Pope, if you were going up against Bush, if you were going up against Obama, if you were debating with somebody who loves fucking grass and trees. If you were trying to debate with them and you call them a name, you've lost. And if you're representing a political party or a fan base, you've lost your credibility. You are not the person to go up against somebody like that. Calling them tree humpers, not gonna work. And no one should represent you, and you should not represent them to go into a debate like this. That's all I'm simply saying. Don't do that. And this is just a heads up. Like I said, I'm excusing it because you were tired. I'm tired. But the fact of the matter is that CPN provided proof, didn't resort to name calling, provided evidence, and stated his case. And did it clearly and allowed people and even allowed you to post your video response. But I'm telling you this right now. If you want to have a good debate like I want to see, I'd love to see you guys go at each other's throats or shake hands. Honestly, I'd like to see you guys go at each other's throats because to me that would be entertaining. And I'm cheap for entertainment. But do that. Be civil about it. Because I'd love to see it. I really would. But resorting to name calling, you're going to get booted out of the G Plus thing. You're not going to, no one's going to want to tussle with that. But I'd like to see somebody like Guido put up facts, put up something to say, no. Or at least a fucking thank you for the fact that Child's Play Ninja said, and I quote, Esham could have possibly been the biggest influence to ICP, but that's still up in the air. But in my honest opinion, yes, I think he was. As far as the whole clown gimmick goes, it's a fucking gimmick. What's Esham's gimmick? The unholy, is that really considered a gimmick? Is this something that somebody had, made up or whatever, and is unholy just making your name unholy or a boogeyman? Is that really a gimmick just by name? Or is it an act? Is it a character like it in a story or a movie? Is it acting? I don't know. Maybe you could answer those questions for me. But as far as the whole Esham and ICP thing goes, and the whole kitchen thing was funny, but like I said, Jay, I went through your 15-minute video and into splurts, but every time I did a splurt and cut into, further in the video to skip some things, all I heard was name calling or you simply saying you're going to prove a point later. A 50-minute video, dude. 50 minutes you wasted because you proved nothing. You settled nothing. You did a 50-minute rant. I'd like to see something more thoughtful come out of you. I really would. And I'm telling you this as somebody who's friends with Guido and you're friends with him. I don't even know you that well. But to take apart someone's name and blend it together doesn't help at all. And I've stated this in my other videos as well. Name calling is not what you're supposed to do. But if you want to go at each other's throats or you want to prove a point, that's fine. But when you resort to name calling, you're making yourself look bad and the suicidals that you represent. Similar to juggalos. You will find some juggalos that have a piss poor point to make, and I've stated this a dozen plus times. Psycho Bob, Crazy Billy, Psycho Bob. You do not want them at the FBI trial to state their case. You would not want to put somebody like that up on the perch to sit there and squawk. You do not want that. Why? Because then they're going to look like fucktards on everybody else. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the movie Totally Baked. It's a potumentary. But they had the guy come out being this, dude, let's get stoned, man. Roll up a doobie, man. Well, later on you find out he's not really that kind of guy. He was actually a cloak for being like a Republican or whatever. But he was rolling up and smoking a joint with those guys in the back. But the woman says to him, you set back the legalization of marijuana another 10, 15, 20 years. That's what you're doing for your suicidalists. That's trolling is one thing. I fucking hate that word. But that's one thing. It really is. That's one thing to do. But on a 50-minute video for a video response where somebody offered to take the time to G+ with you, to do whatever, to do a hangout, to do a debate with you, I'm telling you right now, before you get into that, don't do the name calling thing. Don't do it because you're going to make yourself and the others that you're representing look like shitheads. I'd much rather see something educated come out of your mouth rather than it being the name calling thing. And I don't care who you're up against. Like I said, I'm not riding Child's Play Ninja's nuts. And I'm not riding your nuts, dude. I'm not riding Guido's. No, the only nuts I'll be riding is my own. Because I'm telling you right now, facts are facts, and this is a fact. There's going to be 100 people who are out there, professors, colleges, students who graduated, high school students will tell you in debate class, you don't resort to name calling. Period. And that's what really irritated me. And that's one of the things I wanted to get into because it's sheer ignorance and it shows ignorance. You've done nothing and accomplished nothing. But like I said to Child's Play Ninja, when him and I were talking, dude, some of your videos I may or may not agree with. You don't like one of the artists that I listen to. You heard it in the G Plus thing if you took a look at it. But, you know, he didn't, you know, the whatever his name is, Jigsaw came in and said I wasn't a real juggalo because I listened to Mars. And I wasn't offended by that because this guy shows up and then yada, yada, yada. But I like the music that I like and I represent the label that I like. And if something changes with Psychopathic, maybe I'll wear a Hatchet Man again. But I still have a tat on my arm and I have no regrets whatsoever on listening to ICP and getting into the music. I'm insulted by Mighty Death Pop and Big Hoodoo, but that's a matter of opinion. That's not a fact. That's how I feel. And how I feel has nothing to do with Child's Play Ninja. It has nothing to do with Big Irish. It's got nothing to do with Spike. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with my neighbor. That's my own personal, beef or issues or whatever you want to call it. Those are my own. And until I see a change with Psychopathic Records, you gotta get into the music again. And I did a video response to this, and a lot of people were just now listening to it, and I did this fucking video in April. I stated that the world's biggest news that ICP is going to shock people with could be absolutely nothing, that they are using marketing schemes that we all bought into. And yes, I'm going to be excited for their next album, and I am excited for their next album in 2014. Why? Because I'm a human being and they got me stoked. The same reason why you'd get excited about Esham's Cookies or Esham's new CD, because you're a fan and you're excited. Whether Venus Flytrap sucked or not, whether Esham came out with a shitty album or not, you're still going to be amped up for the next album. Now, what's your take on that? What is all you guys' take on this? Carnival Spirits. I want to hear what you guys have to say on this whole thing. Or am I just being a little too harsh on saying that you mock people, you call them names, you've accomplished nothing in a debate, and you've provided nothing? That was a 50-minute rant. That was a 50-minute rant on absolutely nothing, and you tore apart a video with no facts of your own, with no evidence provided. Put a little more thought into it.